Since you want to judge me for taking the second floor, have fun waiting for the elevator. I just finished 12 hours doing overnight inventory at a medical supply warehouse. My feet were destroyed by the time I got home at 7 in the morning. I hit the elevator button and shuffled inside when it opened, pressed 2. Right before the doors closed, a hand shot through. Woman in her 40s stepped in holding a green juice wearing expensive yoga clothes. She pressed 17 and glanced at the buttons. She laughed. The second floor? Seriously? I was too exhausted to respond. There's stairs, you know. The elevator's for people who actually need it. I just worked 12 hours overnight, I said. She rolled her eyes and went back to her phone. At the second floor, the doors opened. She was scrolling Instagram, completely zoned out. My tired brain just snapped into spite mode. I reached over and jammed every button I could. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. She looked up as I stepped out. Have fun. The doors closed and I went to crash. Someone banged on my door at 3:30 p.m. and woke me up. Guy in khakis with a clipboard stood there. You in 2B? Building management. Hearing tomorrow at 6 p.m. Complaint filed against you. He handed me a paper and left. I read it in shock. It claimed I followed a resident to the 17th floor and banged on her door yelling threats. She lied and said I came to her floor. Now she's trying to get me evicted over elevator buttons. Next day I showed up to the community room at 6. 3 people sat behind a table, building manager and 2 board members. The elevator woman sat across, looking calm. Mrs. Hoffman, go ahead, the manager said. She pulled out notes describing how I followed her and pounded on her door screaming. Her voice shook. I was terrified. I haven't felt safe here since. Everyone looked at me. I explained the overnight shift and her rude comment. Admitted pressing the buttons because I was mad, but I never went to her floor. He's lying, she interrupted. A board member in her 60s spoke up. I pulled security footage from yesterday. Everyone should see it. My heart stopped. I forgot about cameras. She turned her laptop around. Footage showed the elevator at 7:04 a.m. I got in exhausted and pressed 2. Her hand stopped the doors. She pressed 17 and you could see her say, second floor with attitude. At floor 2, I pressed 7 buttons and stepped out. The video continued. Elevator stopped at 3. Empty hallway. Same at 4. At floor 6, she lost it. Started screaming at the ceiling. Are you fucking kidding me? She kicked the door and threw her juice at the wall. Green liquid exploded everywhere. Mrs. Hoffman turned red, watching. New camera angle showed me in the other elevator at 7:06 a.m. on floor 2. I pressed buttons 10 through 17 and left. Hallway camera on 17 appeared. At 7:11 a.m. Mrs. Hoffman stepped out and walked straight to 17C. Nobody else came to that floor for 20 minutes. Silence. Want to explain the false report? The manager asked. He started it. I saw him press buttons after you were rude, the board woman said. I also saw you destroy property. You dented the door and there's juice everywhere. You lied about him coming to your floor, the manager added. That's grounds for eviction. She stood. You're not evicting me. I'm on the tenant board. 8 years I've lived here. You were on the board, the woman said. We're removing you now, and you're paying for repairs. This is insane. She grabbed her purse and slammed the door, leaving. The manager looked at me. You're clear. Don't do that again, though. 2 days later, an email said Mrs. Hoffman owed $450 for elevator repairs.